A massive hailstorm struck the city of Beijing on September 13th. Thousands of vehicles and homes were damaged within minutes. It was one of the most severe weather events the Chinese capital has faced in recent years. From the first moments, images showed streets covered in ice, roofs punctured, and cars heavily dented. The phenomenon began in the afternoon. The sky darkened quickly, and strong gusts of wind accompanied the development of convective clouds. The Beijing Meteorological Agency confirmed it was an episode of strong atmospheric instability. Within minutes, warm and humid air was displaced by cold masses coming from the north. The thermal contrast produced very powerful upheavals. These fueled the growth of droplets froze and recirculated until they turned into large blocks of ice. The fall was immediate and affected several districts simultaneously. The hardest-hit neighborhoods were Fangshan, Fengtai, Chaoyang, and Mentougou. In these areas, hailstones reached diameters of up to 2 centimeters. The impact was strong enough to break windshields and puncture sheet metal roofs. Dozens of videos captured the constant metallic sound of hail striking parked cars. The storm did not come alone. Torrential rains accompanied the hail, with some areas recording more than 30 millimeters in less than an hour. Intersections were flooded, and road tunnels filled with water. Traffic came to a standstill during peak evening hours. Public transportation also collapsed. Seepage, while bus lines faced long delays due to accumulated ice and But the worst was yet to come. As the storm intensified, winds reached levels between 9 and 11 on the Beaufort scale. This caused branches, billboards, and objects from balconies to fall. Emergency teams received multiple reports of minor structural damage. Residents sought refuge in underground stations, shopping centers, and covered passages. Images of crowded shelters contrasted with streets covered in ice and debris. The noise of hail mixed with the sirens of patrol cars and rescue units. The numbers kept rising. Thousands of vehicles were destroyed or seriously damaged. Roofs of homes in peripheral districts were perforated. Urban vegetation also suffered severe impacts, with stripped trees and fallen branches blocking main streets. The power grid was at risk. Some overhead lines showed the local government The scale of the event was reflected on digital platforms. Within hours, the hashtag Beijing Hailstorm became a trending topic on Weibo and Douyin. Millions of interactions documented the extent of the phenomenon. Information spread with images of collapsed roofs and wrecked vehicles. However, the situation worsened further when analyzing the sequence of previous events. Just days earlier, the capital had experienced other intense hailstorms. On September 9th, large hailstones had already impacted several districts. On August 31st, another storm covered areas near Tiananmen. Meteorologists explain that the recurrence of these events is due to the constant clash between warm, humid late summer air and the early arrival of cold northern air masses. This pattern generates more frequent and violent convective storms. Official monitoring shows an average accumulation of 6.8 millimeters across the city, with peaks exceeding 40 millimeters in specific points. The spatial variability meant that some neighborhoods saw only brief showers, while others were buried in ice. Authorities adopted an action plan based on 3 pillars: keeping main avenues open for emergency services, reinforcing electrical infrastructure, and communicating safety measures to the public in real time. This strategy prevented a larger collapse of the urban system. But the worst was yet to come in economic terms. Agricultural and transport damages represented multi-million-dollar losses. Thousands of vehicles would require repair or replacement. Businesses reported damage to roofs and electrical systems. Insurance companies were expected to face an extraordinary volume of claims. The municipal government urged residents to remain cautious in the following days, as forecasts did not rule out new thunderstorms and heavy rains. People were advised to secure objects on balconies and park vehicles in covered areas. The situation also reignited discussion about climate change. Local scientists pointed out that the frequency and intensity of convective storms in northern China have increased over the past decade. Events once considered rare now occur several times in a single season. But the worst was yet to come. Other cities. This confirmed that the convective system had a much broader reach than just the capital. By However, in residential areas, ice accumulations remained until the following morning. The combination with high urban temperatures accelerated melting, creating slippery streets and accident risks. Cleanup services worked continuously. Priority was given to removing branches and debris to restore mobility. More than 300 sweeping trucks and heavy machinery were deployed. The drainage network also received special attention. Technicians unclogged block grates to prevent new flooding in case of another storm. Meteorological surveillance remained active with short-range radar systems. Final reports counted thousands of damaged vehicles, multiple affected homes, and considerable losses in urban infrastructure. No fatalities were recorded. Only minor injuries from cuts and falls during the storm were treated.